AITA for pretending not to recognize my ex when he introduced me to his fiancée. I'm 31F and last month I ran into my ex Daniel, 34M, at a mutual friend's birthday dinner. We dated for almost 3 years and broke up about a year and a half ago. It wasn't dramatic, or at least that's what everyone thinks. He said he wasn't ready for something serious, and that he needed to figure out his life. I cried for like 2 weeks and then tried to move on. After we broke up, I unfollowed him everywhere and basically disappeared. New gym, new routine, even started going to a different cafe so I wouldn't run into him. I hadn't seen him once since the breakup. So anyway, I walk into Marta's birthday dinner and there he is. And sitting next to him is this woman I've never seen before. He looks at me, clearly recognizes me, and I can see the moment he realizes he has to introduce us. He says, "Oh hey, this is Sophia, my fiancée." Fiancée. I swear my ears rang when he said that. Then he turns to her and goes, "Sophia, this is, Yoli. We used to know each other." Used to know each other. 3 years together and suddenly I'm just someone he used to know. And I don't know what came over me, but I smiled and said, "Hi, nice to meet you." Like I had never seen him before in my life. Daniel froze. Like completely froze. Sophia smiled and shook my hand and said she'd heard my name before, and I just said something polite like, "Oh really? Small world." Then I sat down and started talking to other people like everything was normal. The whole night Daniel kept looking at me like he wanted to say something, but I never gave him the chance. Every time he came near me, I turned to someone else or got up to refill my drink. At one point he actually said quietly, "Can we talk for a second?" And I said, "Sorry, do I know you?" He went pale. Actually pale. He just said, "Wow," and walked away. But here's the part that makes me wonder if I went too far. Later in the evening Sophia sat next to me and started chatting. She was actually really nice. She told me they'd been together for about a year. Which means they got together like 6 months after we broke up. Then she says something that stuck with me. She goes, "Daniel always says his last relationship ended because the girl didn't really want commitment." I just looked at her and smiled and said, "That's interesting." And I didn't correct her. I didn't say a single word. I just let her believe that. Because the truth is he's the one who told me he didn't want commitment. We broke up because he said he wasn't ready. And now suddenly he's engaged. At the end of the night Daniel tried one last time to talk to me and I just said, "I think you're confusing me with someone else." Then I left. I told one of our mutual friends about it and she said what I did was creepy and passive-aggressive. But honestly, it felt better than any closure conversation ever could. And if he's rewriting history to make himself look good, I don't see why I owe him honesty. So, am I the a-hole for pretending not to recognize my ex and letting his fiancée believe his version of the breakup?